Well, we're back from the test ride with the Hydroboost, and all I gotta say is that thing works pretty good. It's awesome. From mediocre brakes to kick-ass brakes. So there's the installation setup. This is not the Hydrodeck kit. This is the guy from out of Texas, custom power brake. This is his kit mounts a little higher on the firewall where the old booster used to go versus down where the manual master cylinder goes. So having it mounted up higher, he has to make like a spacer to space it forward a little bit. So this configuration is set up a little bit farther forward than the Hydrotech one that I've seen. So some may like one way versus the other. It's mounted inverted, so that means the hoses are from the bottom. There is the tight one right there. At the lower one feeds the Hydroboost from the power steering pump is really close to the fender wall. So it does fit though. The Mopar master cylinder, the 1 1/8 bore one I was using before with the power booster. Added a return line on the pump, a separate return line. Uh, so that adds a lot of expense just for this one hose. The four, basically 2 elbows and 2 fittings you need. That's almost about another 80 bucks just for that, all that nonsense. So some guys just tee it into the rubber line from the original return from the steering box. But I figured I'd just go get the fittings and do it that way. So that's the Hydroboost. I will try to get a video with using it in the car on the road, so that'll be the next video. But that's the Hydroboost. I'm really impressed by it. It works really well. The only difficult part installing it was making up the hoses. Hooking it up to the firewall and the uh, pedal, that was pretty straightforward. Remassaging the original brake lines, you have to move those out a little bit. And I've got stainless ones, so that's even harder to bend those darn things. Uh, Not a lot of room to work on, so if you do need a new prop valve, now's the time to do it if you're going to take this all off, because there's really no room to go working on that distribution valve at all, especially with a 440 in there. So it's pretty tight. I would suggest if you're thinking you need one of those, just put it in at the same time, because it's really tight getting in there once all the hoses are installed. So that's my installation of a Hydroboost on a E-body Challenger with a 440 and stock cast iron exhaust manifolds.